Morning everybody, welcome to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison. What a day, what a weekend, what a day. It's been amazing over the weekend. Well, it was a shit weekend actually because I was kind of ill this weekend.
Morning everybody, welcome to...
Oh, we're live, just making sure that was working okay. So we're live just now, which is excellent. I'm just going to see if anybody's in. Yeah, we've got people in just now. Yeah, had a shit weekend because I was really sick on kind of Saturday night. It started really bad stomach cramps and being sick, kind of violently sick. It was really quite weird. So I don't know what that was. And all day Sunday I was just kind of ill as well. But I'm 90% back to normal. And when I woke up this morning, I seen Babb kind of gone up another 25%. That gave me a lot of energy, so that was cool. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about just general updates on kind of Bitcoin, the markets as a whole, and talking about Babb, Tron, obviously we're going to be talking about as well, Pundi X, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Gold as well. And literally within the last kind of 10 minutes that started kind of jumping up big time as well. So we're going to be talking about that. But first I want to welcome a few people in just now, and I'll go over to the kind of chat area and see who's in the house just now. Mac Pawn is in the house. Good morning to you. Martin Soom is in. Top of the morning to you. Buck Savage is in as well. Good morning to you. Nick Smith is in. Piston Head is in. Crypto Don Wan. Good day to you, mate. Marty and Sonia. Good morning to you. Back's looking nice, my friend, and so is Pundix. Both are looking really nice. We're going to be talking about that. JJ is in saying, "What's up, Babbians?" Babbians are in the house. Yes, definitely. John Cal is in the house, Dave's in the house, Lambos, Porsches, Castles, okay. Wild Bill Natsio is in the house as well. Luta Skozman is in from Transylvania and Romania. Marcus Jafari is in the house as well. Greetings to you. Guilio is in the house. Crunks, Terrell Hooker, Suave. Jen Mon is in the house as well. Good morning to you. Chipoli, Seekim is in the house as well. And Crypto Don Juan, smash that like button. Yes, if you like this video, hit the likes button just now. Smash those likes, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes button, or hit the like button. I don't like saying smash up the likes, but it's quite cool when Superman says it. Hit the like button and kind of subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell as well. And we'll help this channel grow and help to get Babb out to the world. Everybody needs to know about Babb because it's doing fantastic just now. So, where are we just now? Babb has come down a wee bit, just a tiny wee bit. It was 2.5 tenths of a cent, but it's now 2.3 tenths, so coming up for 2.4 tenths of a cent, which is fantastic. And it kind of jumped overnight. So I went to bed last night kind of a happy bunny last night because it was 1.8 tenths of a cent, and it's jumped about 25-30% overnight as well, which is fantastic to see. So either more people are getting to know about Babb and they're buying into it. I've not seen many kind of YouTube videos on it, apart from there's CryptoCoin News did another kind of talk about Babb as well. Crypto Rebel done one, and Crypto Sally as well done a video. I didn't watch the full video of Crypto Sally, but I believe she got some information wrong there. I think she said they had the banking license, but I didn't watch the full video. So yeah, there's more and more people getting to know about it. But I also wanted to check on something just now, just to give you a kind of look at it. So we want to look at the BAX token holders. This is the top 100 token holders. So I've done some digging here, and I've seen this, if this is the right one. No, that's not the right one. So it might be 5th place, I think it is. Yeah, so 21 hours ago, somebody well, I originally thought they'd bought 2.3 billion BAX tokens, but it looks like it was a transfer of BAX tokens. So if we go into the transaction hash, so it was from here, 1.3 billion. So it's from this account here. They transferred 2.3 billion tokens. Now, if we go into the token address, we can see. So I don't know if this is a person, because I originally thought it was a person buying up. Then I thought it must be something to do with an exchange. I thought it was an exchange. It kind of transferred over to an exchange. with that many tokens, because 2.3 billion is like 5% of the total supply of backs, and it would have been 400 $4 million it would have cost. But it looks like there's a transfer from one wallet to another, and this is the kind of wallet we're talking about here. So I don't know quite if it's a buy or not, but something's going on behind the scenes at Babb, because 2.3 billion transfer over is a lot. I'll just kind of look at that again. 5. Yeah, so it's a transfer into another wallet address. So I don't know if it's a buy or not, but still, looking at Babb just now, 2.3 cents or 2.3 tenths of a cent is looking fantastic at the moment. So I'm hoping what this is going to do is put it on the map again, or not put it on the map, but it's going to put it on into the eyes of kind of other people seeing, looking at the top gainers. So if we looked at kind of crypto coin news and looked at the top gainers for the last 24 hours, I would imagine Babb is up there. Yeah, it's number 17 at 38% in the last 24 hours, 2 million volume, which is huge. That's actually fantastic. So 2 million volume in backs over the last 24 hours. So it's looking brilliant. And just go to a few comments. CCN, Crypto Coin News mentioned it, John Cal, yeah. So I've seen that as well. They mentioned it again. They've mentioned it a couple of times now, which is great. And they've got a big channel, Crypto Coin News. Hulk likes charts. Bought backs 2 days ago. Excellent. Excellent. John Cal, I thought total supply is 10 billion. No, total supply is 50 billion. 50 billion tokens is the total supply. There's 21 billion circulating supply. CoinMarket have got it wrong, but I think it's 21 billion circulating supply and 50 billion total supply. Second highest volume on Banker. Yeah, so we'll look at the Banker kind of network and look at the volume. Yeah, it's BNT. And BNT's got that volume because obviously they've got the relay token in the background as well. That's why they've got that kind of volume there as well, 5.2 million. The price of BNT has gone up as well. So I spoke about this last week when the price was down to about $3.30. I said more and more people are going to get to know about the Banker network and how easy it is to use. And the coins are kind of shooting up. Like NPXS, Pundi X, they've kind of shot up big time. So that's brought a lot of people to the Banker network. Same with BACS as well. XFin or Zinfin has also brought a lot of people over to the Banker network. So I'm thinking the Banker token is going to go up to at least $10 within the next month or so. I've still not bought in yet, and I said last week I was going to buy in. I've just not got the kind of funds just now. But I think this is going to at least $10. And that's been its all-time high as well. So BNT is looking good for that as well. Bliv AK, hello from Manchester, feeling bullish on backs. Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling bullish on backs. Brock, morning to you. Rob Taylor, get money transferred over tomorrow. Should I wait for Babb to dip at this point to buy more? Wasn't expecting this spike. I didn't expect the spike, to be honest, as well. But should you wait on the dip? It's went up a hell of a lot. If you think over the last 3 weeks, it's went up over 600%. It's still got a lot of room to grow, but we can expect some kind of dip. Surely, we can expect some kind of dip here. But you just never know though. But we can expect some kind of dip. If it's going up this quick, we just don't know. And it could be that other people are kind of investing in them as well. We know Babb have got a lot of kind of big investors in there as well. So we just don't know if what's going to happen. They've got Bahrain talks coming up in May as well. So it's looking good for backs. Will there be a dip? There's been a slight dip actually, because it was 2.5 tenths of a cent. Sorry, 2.5 tenths of a cent. It's kind of hard to kind of look at that. So it's a quarter of a cent basically. It was a quarter of a cent. It's kind of come back down a wee bit, but not big time. It's not had a big pullback, but I think we can expect a pullback if we're being kind of really honest, if we look at the token itself, I'm going to go into IDEX just now. And we'll look at backs, just seeing how much has gone up. And I'm just going on to IDEX for the chart. IDEX seems to have one of the best charts, although not here. What's going on with the chart, man? Oh, there we go. What was it, 205? Why is it going? Can't have went up that much. Right, we're just going to look at the 1 day. Oh, the chart's not good on. Don't know what's going on with the chart on IDEX. That's a bit shite. Yeah, so it did go up as high as 399, down to 378 just now. Can we expect a pullback? We probably can expect some kind of pullback unless people are getting onto this big time as well. So we don't know if this is going to moon or not. But thinking about it, if you're in it for the long term, buying just now is not going to make a difference, even if it does have a pullback of 20-30% or something like that. Buying in it just now for the long term is not going to be a bad idea. And just short term, if you're kind of day trading it, I don't know if there's a good time to get in just now because it's at an all-time high just now. But it's only double the ICO price. That's all it is, double the ICO price. So it's still a hell of a lot of room to grow. And I believe it's kind of hit the top 300 as well. Yeah, it's at 278 in coin market cap with a market capitalization of 34 million. And remember, 3 weeks ago it was at 5 million, the market capitalization. The volume is 2 million, just amazing volume. There we go, the circulating supply is saying 14.2 billion there, but it's not, it's actually, I think it's 21 billion. So it's looking good. It's definitely looking good for Babb just now. And they've not even been kind of on an exchange yet. They're not on an exchange. They've not got the banking license yet, which we expect them to get from one of the 3 terrains, either kind of Middle East and Europe, maybe in Lithuania, or the Bank of England as well. So it is really looking good for Babb just now. Michael Harrow, good day. Steve from Australia, good day to you. Why can't I buy this from GA USA? JD Emus. I don't know, you should be able to buy that within the USA. Samuel Ruffy, hi man, hi to you. Coin Collector, hi Steve, the Babb team really need to be more social on Twitter. They're very quiet. Do they need to be? Because we're doing the social kind of thing. We're kind of putting the word out there. The whole kind of Telegram group, there's brilliant Telegram groups. There's 2 great Telegram groups actually for Babb. The main one, the official one, and the kind of unofficial one. We were talking about it kind of all the time as well. And the really good groups, really good bunch of people in there as well. It's a brilliant, great community we've got around Babb. There's no kind of fudding or none of that kind of nonsense where they're slagging each other off, and it's all kind of like that. But we've got a great community in Babb as well. That's why I like the coin so much as well. If you've got a good community and they're willing to do their bit to kind of promote Babb as well, and everybody's kind of talking about it in other Telegram groups as well. I wrote to kind of Blockchain Whispers on Saturday on the Twitter account, so I don't know if they're going to look at it as well. So everybody should be doing their bit about Babb, because we know it's a great coin. It's not just kind of trying to pump and dump it. It's not, we're not shilling, we just know it's a great coin, and everybody else should know about it as well. Thomas Price, not if that transfer is a new exchange. It could be a new exchange as well. I did think about that, Thomas. If they're bringing on a new exchange, obviously that transfer could 2.3 billion could go to that exchange. So I did think about that this morning as well. So it could be that there's a new exchange listing coming up, which would be amazing. John Cal, if it goes to another exchange, it will not dip. No, depends what exchange it is, but 5% of the total kind of supply that's out there would have to be a kind of big exchange, I would imagine. Marcus Jafari, I'm so tempted to swap my TRX to Babb or BNT. Well, what I've done with Babb, and I spoke about this last week, I'm doing a bit of kind of arbitrage. So what I'm doing is I'm swapping tokens between BAX and Pundi X just now. So last week I swapped 390,000 BAX for Pundi X, and I managed to get up to when Pundi X kind of went up in price, I then swapped it back again to BAX, so I got 494,000 BAX back once the Pundi X price kind of went up, and then I swapped it back again for Pundi X. So I'm waiting on Pundi X going back up so I can swap it into Babb just now and hopefully get maybe 700, 800,000 back. But BAX is kind of growing so fast that I'm not going to get there very soon with Pundi X, but I still think Pundi X is going to get to 1 cent. Still think that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And then I'll swap it back to BAX again, hopefully get maybe, I don't know, 1 million tokens or 800,000 or something like that. So it's been a good little, it's not arbitrage in the true sense of the word, but it's been a good little play, swapping between BAX and NPX and just building up that BAX. And that's only with a small kind of portion of my kind of BAX holdings as well. So it's been good from that point of view. Just 1 second. Bliv, IDEX, pain in the butt to use, works but sluggish as hell. IDEX is a nightmare to use. I hate it. Hate it. If they can get it sorted out, it's going to be a good exchange. But it's just so slow. It goes down all the time. It's just a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Don't like it at all at the moment. Cooper, morning all. What a weekend for Babb. Happy holding. Yeah, it's going to be good holding Babb. I've not sold out any yet at all of my Babb holdings. Remember I said last week as well, if you've kind of bought into it, if you bought $1,000 worth of Babb like 3 weeks ago or something like that, and it's gone up this much, 300-400%, then it's a good idea to take your original holdings out, i.e. the $1,000, and the rest is free money, essentially. But I've not done it yet myself. I still think it might go up a wee bit more. Join the Bancor support on Telegram. Bliv AK. Thomas says something. Thomas, hey Steve, any trouble seeing your account on Banker Network? All I get is a start, but no buying trading sign-in interface. No problems at all with me on Banker Network. So I've not seen that at all, Thomas. So yeah, Bliv AK is saying just write to them in the Banker support on Telegram. So that would be a good idea, Thomas, to do that. Rob Taylor, I'll probably buy a bit and wait with the rest. Thanks for the input in this project for at least a year, so I'm not worried. Yeah, if you're in it for the long term, it doesn't matter if you're buying at this price or not, because it's going to go up. The next kind of target we're looking at is 1 cent or something. And we've got a wee kind of genie in a Telegram group as well called Nelson. He's kind of predicted the price. I didn't realise till this morning. I've not seen a lot of his posts, but a lot of people were kind of talking about him. So he mentioned on Saturday when it was 1.7 or something, that it was going to go to 2/10 of a cent, and it did. And now he's saying he's had dreams it's going to go, the certain price is going to go to 78 cents by the end of the year, then up to $1.67 next year as well, which would be amazing. So it's good having our little kind of Nelson Yoda in there as well. I've just discovered him this morning, so that was quite cool actually. Is there another way to store my Babb instead of on IDEX? Yeah. You can put it into the Banker wallet, which would be safe. Obviously, it's a decentralized exchange. Same with IDEX, it's decentralized as well. But because a lot of people don't trust IDEX, I can understand why you want to get out of there. You can also put it on your MyEther wallet as well. You can put it in the MyEther wallet. So you can do it on that. And obviously, you can put it onto your Ledger Nano S using MyEther wallet as well. That'd be probably the best place if you're holding long term. Okay, so we'll look at some of the other kind of news out just now, or look at the kind of markets overall. So markets overall, nearly $400 billion, which is fantastic to see. If you think where we were this time even a week ago, where are we? Even a week ago, we were 325 billion. We've got as high as, no, it's been higher than that actually. So 399 billion just now, touching the 400 billion. And BTC dominance has gone down. It was at 44, nearly 45% last week. Now at 38%, which means people are selling or getting out of Bitcoin and going into the alts. Sometimes it means that. A lot of the times it does mean that. So that's good as well. You can see if we look at the chart, we were as high as 45% Bitcoin dominance, but now that's gone down slightly. And where is Bitcoin just now? We'll just have a look at BTC USD. 8,937, which is looking good. Still looking good there. There might be a pullback. We did get a bit of a pullback at the weekend on Bitcoin. So it's looking good for Bitcoin just now as well. Certainly according to the charts, it's looking good. But we'll have to get over this kind of 9,000 mark. That's a psychological level. Once we get over 9,000 and we kind of stay above that, that's looking good. And then we're just going to see where we're probably hitting round about 8,900 is a kind of resistance level. So we're going to see if we bounce back off this, if we bounce kind of down from here, because 8,900 or round about the 9,000 mark is a resistance level. So if we can break above that and stay above that, is looking good for Bitcoin. RSI is kind of looking at 62, which is not bad. 62 RSI and 14, so that's looking quite good as well. And what else was I going to? I was going to talk about something else as well. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, so we'll just go into kind of Binance just now. See who's the kind of tops in Binance. Mana's doing well, 27%. DNT, that's looking good. District 0x, that took a big dive up. That's in the day chart. Look in the hourly chart. Yeah, it took a big shoot up with that, kind of going up 100%. Bitcoin Cash is going up as well. So where is Tron just now? So I've done a very risky thing with Tron, to be honest. So, you know, I spoke about Tron. I believe in Tron for the long term, but I'm kind of always looking at trading opportunities, and I'm doing a kind of slight, it's not arbitrage as such, but I'm going to call it arbitrage between a couple of coins and Tron. So I got out of Tron, sold all my Tron at 620 Satoshis. When it got to, it wasn't 620, it was 611 Satoshis. When I got up to that over the weekend, I sold out all of my Tron at 611 Satoshi and went into Bitcoin Gold. So I seen the BTC and the Bitcoin Gold chart, and I thought this could be about to pop. And this was the other day, so I got in at 7,400. It was about 7,400, and it looks as if it was kind of right. It kind of popped a wee bit. It's gone up 17%. Literally this morning, it's just kind of popped again. So I should be able to get out of that. I think it's still got a wee bit more to go. So I'm going to get out of Bitcoin Gold and go back into Tron and have more Tron than I started with. So it's good when you see two coins, when you see one going down and the other going up, and you can see it kind of happening all the time, then it's risky. It's risky, but you can swap between the two so you can get more of the coin that you really want for the long term. And for me, that is Tron. So if I got out of kind of Bitcoin Gold just now, and I think it's still a wee bit to rise, to be honest, we could get a lot of Tron for that back again. So that's what I'm doing just now. I'm doing that also with a small portion of kind of Bax and Pundi X as well. So I've been doing that and it's working well so far, but it's very risky to do that as well. Bax price prediction for the end of 2018, wouldn't even like to kind of hazard a guess at that. If they get on the exchanges, if they get the banking license, we're talking at least 1 to 2 cents, at least 1 to 2 cents, which is 10x from here, but probably even more. That's been extremely conservative. Thomas Price, found a banker support, cool. JJ, I'm just pumped to be getting this action. It's not even summer yet. Yeah, wait till the summer, see what happens in the summer when more money comes into the market and kind of Bitcoin price is going up. But I've been saying for the last couple of weeks it's much more positive. The markets as a whole, there's much more positive sentiment. All the news is positive. Kind of in the Telegram groups is positive. So it's all quite positive just now. And we like positive. We do like that. John Cal, any other crypto comparison with Babb or Misi Go comparison, etc.? I don't know. Pundi X seems to be the one with Babb just now. That seems to be on a par with Babb at the excitement level around it. Is Infin as well? I don't know about this at all. I just seen the price shooting up last week. So that looks good, and that could be good day trading opportunity as well. I think a couple of people in the Telegram group have been day trading it and have got in on the dips. Kin as well, I was looking at Kin, they're up to 229. So that was a good one as well. I don't know if it's going to go up anymore though. Joe, what's your thoughts on Ether Crypto? I don't know, never seen it. Oh, sorry, you're talking about Ethereum. I thought it was Ether Crypto, that's what it's called. Ethereum is doing brilliant just now. That's kind of doubled in price over the last couple of weeks. So Ethereum is doing really well. Where are we with Ethereum? We'll just look at the USD price. Yeah, that's still gone up. 640. Obviously, that's why the price of BAX is rising as well. The dollar value of BAX is rising because of that. But the ETH price as well, BAX is obviously rising. But 640, yeah, it's looking good for Ethereum just now, looking brilliant. Could you put it in MetaMask Ether wallet? Yeah, you can. You can do that as well. You can put in MetaMask. Bankers linked to that as well. And IDEX, you'll be able to do it from there. CryptoDon1, Wow Nelson is a man for hope, LOL, because I hope it goes to 78 cents. Oh God, if it went to 78 cents, instead of hiring a castle, we'll be able to buy a castle each. Thomas Price, I think, is going to run until Consensus 2018 and hope it's a perfect storm with Tron mainnet launch. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good run up for Tron for the mainnet launch. I'm just hoping I don't kind of miss out on it doing this kind of arbitrage opportunity thing. But we'll see. Consensus 2018, yeah, kind of historically after the Consensus kind of seminars, there's been a lot of kind of Bitcoin action after that, and the markets as a whole have went up because of that. But whether it's coincidence or not, we don't know, but it's a big, so Consensus 2018, we'll just have another look. And in case you don't know what we're talking about, and this is on CoinDesk, they'll have a link. Oh no, 1 second. Yeah, May the 14th. There's a link for it. I'm just going to try and get the proper link. There it is. CoinDesk, just in there. I was on the right one originally. May the 14th to May the 16th is going to be a big event, and I think there's 4,000 people attending. 2017 attendance is 2,700, and it's going up to, I think it's 4,000. Ticket prices go up to $500. So the kind of a couple $100 each, and there's 4,000 people going. So it shows you how big it is. And after this event, historically, the kind of Bitcoin price has shot up, and the overall market capitalization has gone up as well. Yeah, 4,000 plus in 2018. So I would check that out as well. That looks a good one. So it'll be good up until the run up to Consensus 2018. Hulk is saying 78 cents when? Nelson and the Telegram group is saying by the end of the year. Monsoon, I think BNT will have its growth to one of the major exchanges, will come out with their own decentralized exchange as soon as there's something that could be handling traffic, EOS. Yeah, I think BNT is going to have a good run because it is so easy to use. Banker Network, it is really easy to use. And obviously we've got Binance coming out with their own decentralized exchange as well. And I would imagine that's going to be better, but you never know. I think Banker is going to do really well. It could be one of the main decentralized exchanges because it is so easy to use and so good. I really like it. What else we're going to look at as well? We'll look at the Bitcoin price. We've seen that kind of earlier on. So Ethereum price is looking good. We'll have a wee look at NEO. See where NEO is as well. NEO is up to $77, which is looking good. I really love NEO as well. I'm going to get back into it at some point, but I got out of it to get into Tron, and it's worked well for me so far. But I got out of it to get into Tron, but I still love NEO for the long term, and I do genuinely think there's $1,000 coin waiting to happen. NEO as well. But I was going to look at ADA. So we spoke about that popping last week, and it kind of did. It's up at 3,198 Satoshi just now. Kind of starting to pull back a wee bit after getting up to about 3,500. So it's starting to pull back a wee bit. This is on the kind of daily chart. We'll look on the hourly chart. Yeah, it's coming down a wee bit as Cardano. So who are the other winners over the last 24 hours? Bytum is doing well. Golem, Bitcoin Cash, Veritasium, iOS token that jumped up as well. Excellent. Bitcoin Private, Gas, Dentacoin, Bitcoin Gold is up 15%. $76 now for Bitcoin Gold. So I bought it at $65, just over $65. So that's looking good. Pundi X, number 72. Pundi X is doing brilliant, and I still expect it to double. So if it doubles from here, so it goes up to 500 million, what position would that put it at? So 500 million. So it would go into the top 50. Pundi X would go into the top 50. If it goes up to 1 cent, above Ontology, which would be really brilliant to see, because nobody really knew about it. Well, a lot of people did, but I just came onto the scene when it shot up in price. There's the kind of winners there. Is there any big losers? In Game.com, they shot up in price about 600%. Game.com has gone to 96th position. I've seen that kind of shooting up. That's why it's down 28%, so that's not kind of true reflection. It's because it's been up so high. We'll just look at Game.com. I don't know if anybody's into that. I just seen the price kind of really skyrocketing. So it was at 5 cents, and it went all the way up to 46 cents. That is mental. That's a 900% increase. So that's why it's come down a wee bit, and that's why it's at minus 28% just now. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's Populous. Yeah, they had a run up as well. DigixDeal kind of run up. Bitcoin Diamond as well. So there's not that many kind of losers. So it's all looking green just now in the top 100. We'll just go to see who's the top over the last 7 days. This will be some obscure coins we've not heard as well over the last 7 days. We'll be up 1,000% or something. Let's have a wee look here. Green coin up 2,000%, 2,500%. Len Connect, what's the volume on this? See, the volume is not really high. When you look at that and you see the volume is 11,000 over 24 hours, you just think, yeah, there's a PND here. Len Connect, $290, up 2,000%. So we can't really count them. Game.com, $219 million, up 486% in the last 7 days. That's done fantastic. What is the other big? Pundi X, $9 million, nearly $10 million, up 242%. It's Babb actually. 52% in the last week, $2 million. That's for Babb. Excellent. So it's looking good. Good morning. Where is the actual value in the BAX token? The actual value is it has to be used. So banks are coming on board. So they've got the central banks kind of digital currency as well. If they're coming on board, they'd have to use that. People are buying, getting the Babb app. They'd have to use kind of the BAX token as well. So it is a utility token as well. So it has to be used as well. And they can transfer the BAX token from peer to peer as well. So there's a lot of use for it as well. So it's a big use case scenario and with this. So it's looking really, really good for Babb. And they've not even got the banking license yet. And they've not on an exchange yet. So there's still a lot of room to grow for this. Ty Donnelly, dash to the corner of the bar to escape my loud friends to hell. Then let's listen to Sir Steve. Thanks, Ty. So you're at the bar just now and you've kind of went away to kind of watch this. That's cool. Bucks Harvest, I like both Bax and Pundi X, just trying to figure out how to divide fiat into each. Yeah, I'll just do 50-50 because I think Bax is going to go higher and I also think Pundi X is going to go higher as well. Samed, if you're gaining steam and it's not all BTC, I don't think this is a bull trap. Yeah, you never know. You never know with the wheels in the market, the manipulation in the market as well. You just never know. Pick crypto, sell the green, buy the red. Yes, definitely. Does Tron have anything in use right now, or just hype? Does Tron have a... Well, they're waiting on the mainnet coming out just now, the mainnet launch. So essentially, people are going to be able to build kind of their own dApps on that, or companies are going to be able to build their own dApps on that. So essentially, it's going to be like Ethereum, kind of Cardano, kind of big coins like that. That's what essentially it's going to be. So a lot of people are kind of getting really excited about it just now. JJ, 399 billion market cap for this market is money. Yes. Yes. Hi Steve, good morning from Spain. Babb is flying to the stars, looking great. Have a great day. You as well, Juan. Market is looking good. I'm excited for the end of the year in particular. I honestly think 2018 is going to be the best year in crypto. I know 2017 was amazing, but I just think 2018 is going to be the best year in crypto that we kind of have. And I think there's going to be a lot of millionaire crypto people as well. But then you have to think about the taxes. That's going to be a pain in the arse, thinking about all the taxes. Dean, Peter Cody is in as well. Good morning. Where is the value in the actual... Oh, just kind of answered that. Samuel Ruffy, do you think Zinfin will go up? I don't know about Zinfin. I don't know anything about it. I've just seen what I've seen on the kind of banker network, seen it going up in value a hell of a lot. I'm just going to take a wee look at the kind of news as well, just see what was in the news. If there was anything. Ethereum's consensus changed Casper inches closer. That's looking good. WordPress or blockchain startup raises 1 million. So I don't know anything about that. I'll process enter buying blockchains. So I didn't see any kind of major news kind of coming out. Non-X, all about Verge, 1 billion. Yeah, let's look at kind of Verge just now, just see where they were. I still think there's going to be trading opportunities there with Verge. 779 with Verge. I think this is due probably at another run up. So where's the kind of bottom on this? 752, 739. So around about 750 is the level where it generally tends to bounce. Well, certainly over the last couple of days. So we're at 779 just now, so it might bounce from here as well, Verge, if you're into day trading. So it's looking good for that, although it's still on the hourly chart not looking brilliant. What the other coins doing? Encash, that had a bit of kind of bad news last week, but it seems to have recovered well. Fun is going brilliant. IOST is doing well as well. Just look at the daily charts on them. Yeah, IOST. Really so wished I'd gone to IST when I seen the kind of daily chart crossing over around about 270. Could have kind of doubled the money there straight away. Time Bank, TRX 598. So I'm keeping a close eye on TRX just now because I'm getting back into it once I get out of Bitcoin Gold and see where that heads. Port is doing really well. Storm is doing really well as well. And Storm has been as high as nearly 700 Satoshi. Flip Sony M Golem, hoping they move after consensus 2018, especially with Sony M being a little sponsor, a title sponsor. So in the presentation, but may at the moment. Somebody saying Dean is totally possible, but I didn't see Dean's kind of comment there. Oh yeah, it backs at 78 cents. I'm retiring. I would never retire. I will never retire from what I'm doing. I love what I do so much that I'll never retire. This is my kind of full-time job doing stuff like this, although my full-time job's not crypto, but it's been online. It's kind of doing live shows. It's kind of teaching people the stuff and growing the kind of Facebook stuff and the social media stuff as well. So even if it gets to 78 cents, there'll be a lot of money in the bank, but I'll be just doing this even more. What I'm doing just now, because I totally love what I'm doing. I'll never ever retire till the day I die. But I'm in a fortunate position that I've got a job that I love to do, and I don't even call it a job. It's just kind of playing around. Crypto Rebel, are you the one that does you've got the YouTube channel as well? Because Crypto Rebel has kind of a channel. I'll just take a wee quick look at that just now. If it's the same Crypto Rebel. Where is it? Yeah, he's spoken about Babb as well, which has got a lot of views as well. Yeah, I bought a lot of Babb. That was a week ago. I think he's spoken about it before as well. Yeah, I seen that video last week. I got 1,500 views as well. So he's Crypto Rebel was speaking about Babb as well. If it's the same one, just let me know if it's the same one. That'd be quite cool if it's here. And okay, thanks. Blip, okay. Christopher Dow, Babb is doing great things. Thanks for the tips. I picked up a fair bit a few days ago. Again, great. And again, thanks to you. Much appreciated. My pleasure. My pleasure. And I think everybody's now, if you're in that Babb community, it's now everybody's responsibility to get the word out there. Not to shill it. Don't ever kind of shill it or kind of push it or anything like that. Just make people aware of it and get them into this community as well. Shem, after you completed securing and locking down your crypto assets, would you mind creating a best practices presentation? Yeah, I will do, because I mentioned last week, obviously, about possible kind of hacking. I was kind of shouting myself with that. So I've spoken to a few people, watched a lot of videos on kind of YouTube about securing, and I put a lot of practices in place. So I'll certainly do a video on that, Jem. There's no problem doing that, and what you should be doing as well. But obviously the kind of basics that you're looking for security, 2FA, two-factor authentication. You want, if you're on exchanges, get your coins off the exchanges unless you're day trading them. Get everything off the exchanges and put it onto something like a Ledger Nano S, for example. As well, just the basics of kind of security, which a lot of people don't have, and I was surprised. But I did have that, and I do have that in place just now. But you get kind of ultra paranoid, especially when you hear the stories about Ian Bellini kind of getting hacked and stuff like that as well. $2 million. When he got hacked for $2 million, I was thinking, because he came on and said he's not really worried about the money, it was about kind of catching the hackers. $2 million, I think I'd be worried more about the money than kind of catching the hackers or just trying to get the money back. So that's a wee bit dodgy, that, to be honest. I don't know what's really going on there. But he's kind of talking to the police just now, but he said he wasn't worried really about the money. I'm going, holy shit, how much money has he got if he's not worried about $2 million worth of crypto going missing? Crypto Rebel, in my mind, if Bitcoin and crypto keeps rising as a whole, and if Babb accomplishes what they're setting out to do, I can see Babb actually being 50 cents in price in the next 1 to 5 years. Oh, definitely, I can see Babb hitting 50 cents. Without a doubt, I can see Babb hitting 50 cents if they get the banking license, if they go into the exchanges and they start doing well. I can see that hitting very, very easily. And so we're talking within maybe a year as well, if they get all that in place. It could be really good. And there'll be enough money in the market to actually do that. Should BTC fully recover and go further? Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. So what Crypto Rebel's talking about is more money comes into market. So it's 400 billion just now, but if that doubles, Ethereum price kind of doubles as well, because the Ethereum price is linked to kind of backs just now on the Banker exchange. But if it gets a BTC pairing as well, and maybe I don't think you'll get a USDT pairing, but if it gets a BTC pairing as well, that's going to do really well for Babb. I just see a lot of good times ahead for Babb and the market as a whole as well. Jen Mon, have you used coin tracking for gains tax opinion? I've not used coin tracking before. I use Crypto Compare is what I use, but you can kind of work out your tax on that as well. Crypto Compare, they've got a section on that. Peter Cody, Odyssey OCN is moving on to the Tron network when the mainnet released. Yeah, so that I think there's 9 dApps moving on to the Tron network. I think there's a few more actually, they've added more. System XYZ, can you tell us more about TRX master nodes? Is it a good idea to make it? So the nodes, it's not a master node as such, but it's going to be a node that you can take out, and there's test nodes as well on the testnet. A lot of people have kind of done that with Tron. So we don't quite know how it's going to work fully yet, or how much is going to be paid out. So it's not a master node as such, not in the traditional sense of master node, but I suppose it would come under that kind of heading. And Cryptodon 1, Superman mentioned Neuro as one of the blockchain that could be a great long term. Looks like there's a lot of room to grow if they pick up the volume. Neuro, I've seen, is that an MP5 token as well? Is that the same one? No, it's not. It's not actually. I'm thinking of something else. Neuro, is it the same one? Oh, it's Neuro token, is it? Yeah, that'll be it. It's a Neuro token. I would imagine it's that one. I don't actually know. But I've seen that kind of bandied about as well. I've not actually looked into that again. What do you think of TE Food? TFD, I've not looked into that at all. Superman mentions everything. He's quite funny. A lot of people don't like Superman, but I think he's quite funny. I do like his channel, I must admit. Crypto Rebel, yep, that's me. Excellent, welcome buddy, it's good to have you here. So just looking at Crypto Rebel's channel. Good luck with the channel. I know you kind of recently started like myself as well. It's always good to support each other, so I like that. Crypto Rebel, I saw your video. Excellent. Eddie Holland, past 3 weeks I moved 30% from Binance to IDEX into Babb Banker TFD ship, up 100 to 250%, made 3 BTC. Excellent. That's brilliant, Eddie. That's good to hear. Still keeping TRX and ICX, but almost hurts that it didn't move at all, I know. But have high hopes for TRX and ICX. Yeah, it's weird when you see these coins that you're thinking about buying and they go shooting up, and the ones that you're holding for the long term. And that's why I'm doing a bit of the kind of arbitrage thing. That's not true arbitrage, but I'm doing kind of that, jumping from Tron into likes of Bitcoin Gold, then Bitcoin Gold back into Tron, making more Tron as well, just making it work. And that's what it's all about, just making it work. Because the hodl technique is brilliant. But this is why I started with, I thought, okay, I'm going to get into crypto, I'm going to hodl all these coins for the long term. But when you see other coins going up, then you can't help but think trading is going to be a good way to do it, rather than just hodl for every single coin that you've got. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm trading to get more of the coins I want to hold long term as well. And it's working out so far. Pet Crypto, decentralized exchanges are the totally private, untraceable. Yes. That's the whole point of the kind of decentralized kind of exchanges. So it's good from that point of view for security and for privacy, obviously, as well. Jem Gazzaro, thank you, Steve. My pleasure. I will get that security kind of video done once I fully know what I'm talking about as well, once I've spoken to the people. Brock, don't remove your Tron, otherwise you're going to get screwed after transition. Oh yeah, no, this is only short-term trading. So I'm in it for the long term. I've been saying that for months now, about being in Tron for the long term, because I do believe in it. I think it's going to be a brilliant coin, and I think it could shoot up in price over the next 1 to 2 years. Thomas Price, you leave Tron on the exchange? No. Well, I've been leaving it on the exchange because I've been trading it. So I've got long-term ones I've got off the exchange, but the trading coins I've got for Tron, I'm taking out of the exchange. Sorry, I'm leaving it on the exchange and just kind of trading it. So on different exchanges as well. Thomas Price, because of the ERC20 conversion. Right, okay, so if you leave, you can leave it on the exchange if you're going for the ERC20 conversion over to the kind of Tron once the mainnet comes out. So that will happen automatically if you're on the exchange, I would imagine, and then you'll be able to transfer it over, because I would imagine Tron will have their own kind of wallet as well when the kind of mainnet comes out as well. So you'll be able to transfer everything over to there as well. Brain catching the tail on a big show. Loving these Babb coins, folks. Yeah, it's doing brilliant. I'll just be on for another couple of minutes. I'll just see if there's any kind of changes. There's Bitcoin Gold just now. It's starting to pull back a wee bit, Bitcoin Gold. It went up to 9,000. We'll see what happens with that. I'll kind of keep it just now. The first one was right, NRO. Right, so just because I've seen this market capitalization, I thought that can't be right. It's only 381,000. So where is it on just now? Coin Exchange. Coin Exchange is an okay exchange to use actually. 305%. Jesus. So it was at 1/10 of a cent. It's went up to 7/10, so it's went up 700% over the last week, over the last couple of days actually. Wow, I've never actually heard of Neuro. I need to look at that. So there's a couple of what I need to look into. Machine learning tasks, big data, and neural networks. Cool. Cool. Rachel Kent, hi Stephen, hope you're better. Late getting on your video today. Babb and like Superman. Yeah, I'm feeling much better today, Rachel. 90% of the way there. Sick as a dog at the weekend from Saturday night onwards. It's just been a bit of a nightmare, but back to normal, hopefully now. Bree purchased some Babb on IDEX. Where's the best place to store it if off an exchange? If you've got Ledger Nano S, I would store it on there if you're holding it for the long term. If you're trading it, you can put it into my Ether wallet if you want to do it that way. But it's a decentralized exchange, IDEX as well. We've got to remember that. So IDEX are not actually holding it unless you've got it on their kind of system. So what you can do is kind of transfer it back to my Ether wallet if you can. So as IDEX will still be able to see it, they just won't be holding it, if that makes sense. Have you seen Learcoin? I've seen that kind of jumping up in price, Peter, but I've not. Again, I've not looked into it. Mohammed, please suggest some coin. I'm newcomer into crypto. Well, I've been talking about Babb. I would look over into kind of YouTube and just use the YouTube videos that you see as kind of road signs to look into coins, and then do your own research. Look into one like Babb, for example. But I'm not a financial advisor. I can't advise you what to buy, unfortunately. Put your big girl pants on, your big boy pants on, and do your own research. But there's lots of good coins out there just now, particularly in the marketplace just now, because the market is looking positive. It's looking bullish again, but we're not fully in a bull market at the moment. We need to wait and see what happens with kind of Bitcoin to see if we're in a bull market just now or not. But we're certainly not in it just now. We're still in a bear market, but it's looking good. It's looking to turn bullish. Rob Taylor, I'm going to lose a lot of sleep paying attention to crypto the next month. Going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a mental year, to be honest. Rob. Michael Harrow, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys and girls. Yeah, if you like this video, kind of like it and hit the thumbs up, and kind of subscribe to this channel as well. I'll go live every morning at 8:30 GMT time for about 1 hour, just talking about crypto. And we've got a brilliant community here. Actually, we've got a lot of amazing people here. And that's what we're doing. We're just building up a community. And the Telegram group on Babb is brilliant as well. I've not got a Telegram group, but I've got a Facebook group that you can join as well. I can put the link down below for you. I've got a free Facebook group, and I've also got a course called CYT-Crypto.com where I get you kind of into crypto if you're not into it yet. I tell you exactly what to do. Plus, I've got my trading strategy there as well, talking about technical analysis. So it's not just for beginners, for intermediate people as well. And I've got a brilliant trading strategy that I use to kind of make a lot of money every month. So you might want to check out CYT-Crypto.com as well. Thoughts on Zilliqa? Zilliqa's doing brilliant at the moment. Kind of shot up in price. Again, that was another one I've seen the day chart crossing over. About 400. Didn't get into it. Now it's about over 1,000 just now. So it's doing excellent. Love the videos. Keep up the great posts, Bree. Thank you very much, Bree. I really appreciate that. Coin Collector, we wear big boy pants in Australia too. Excellent. Excellent. Love your vids, makes my morning better. Musa Moose, thank you very much. Shem, Coin Collector, been there, totally agree. Loved every day I was visiting. Excellent. So we've all got big boy pants on, big girl pants on. We're all doing our research. We're all happy just now. So thank you very much for jumping in. Join the Facebook group if you want to talk more about crypto, the free Facebook group, or join my program. It's only $197 for the program over at CYTCrypto.com, and we'll get you into trading strategy. I'm still making videos on the trading strategy, but you can jump in there and you get access to a private group there as well. Okay, have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing, and hopefully Babb is going to go up even more. Where are we? It's come down slightly a wee bit, but that's cool. We'll see what happens with Babb over the next kind of week or so. Over the next 24 hours. I'll see you in 24 hours time. So until then, have a brilliant day and namaste. Take care. Bye now.